by his teacher's message that he produced 8 books of discourses from the lectures on Stoicism he had heard Epictetus deliver, writing them out in more or less verbatim form. And he also drafted the summary of them that we know as the Encheiridion, or Handbook. The work you are presently hearing, How to be Free, contains my translations of the Encheiridion and of 9 excerpts from the 4 surviving books of Discourses. Arrian went on to have an illustrious career in Roman administration, and he published many other books, including a history of Alexander the Great. We don't know how he managed to reproduce the actual words of Epictetus, but the text that has come down to us, written in Koine, the colloquial Greek also used in the New Testament, is clearly the voice of his teacher, and not merely Arrian's adaptation of the way the philosopher spoke. As a guide to the Stoic life, Epictetus's philosophy, especially in the Encheiridion format, has been popular ever since the text was first edited and printed in the 16th century. Translated and retranslated into numerous languages, his words strike home because they focus so sharply and memorably on situations that are the common lot of people at every time and place. The emotions to which he propounds remedy, fear, anxiety, envy, anger, resentment, grief, are everyone's experience, whether you live in imperial Rome or modern America. To that extent, Epictetus needs no introduction. Yet, while many of the scenarios he pictures are familiar place fillers for our own experience, they also include his distinctive milieu and the mores of his distant time. We find ourselves in a world that includes slaves, public baths, games in the arena, and professional fortune tellers. A hazard that Epictetus himself had experienced is exile. Imperial Rome and its provinces were managed by a highly regimented and competitive system of offices and office holders. Jockeying for position was endemic, and it included looking for patrons, attending banquets, and seeking to impress influential figures. Epictetus dwells on the value of maintaining one's independence, which reminds us that his young students, like Arrian, his recorder, were on the threshold of making their careers in the imperial army or civil service. It was a male-dominated culture, as he indicates with his remarks about women and female roles. But the Encheiridion in general has no obvious gender orientation, and is completely free from machismo. The you and we Epictetus addresses could be any of us, with minimal need to register cultural difference. The Roman world of his lifetime was an absolute autocracy, headed by the emperor or Caesar. Epictetus rarely touches on politics, mentioning Caesar only once in this book's material, Discourses 3, and omitting all allusion to historical events. In the complete Discourses, he does occasionally refer to historical figures who resisted imperial demands, but he stays completely silent concerning the emperors who ruled at the time of his teaching in Greece. Though freedom had been an important Stoic notion from the beginning, it owes its special importance to Epictetus, not only because of his early life as a slave, but also because the people he was addressing had no prospects of enjoying political autonomy. Stoicism and freedom. Stoic philosophy had originated in Greece at the end of the 4th century BC. Its founding fathers were Eastern Mediterranean immigrants to Athens, which was no longer a vibrant democracy, as the city had been at the time of Socrates, but a client state of the Kingdom of Macedonia. Loss of political autonomy was reflected in philosophy at Athens by an inward turn in the focus of ethics. Neither Stoicism nor Epicureanism, the other leading Hellenistic school, engaged strongly in political theory, as their predecessors Plato and Aristotle had done. The main focus of the younger philosophers' societal attention was not politics and legislation, but personal well-being and self-improvement. This inward turn is strikingly illustrated by the way Stoic thought, from its beginning, treated freedom and slavery as primarily ethical and psychological denominators, rather than marks of social status. According to Zeno, the original head of the Stoic school, freedom is the exclusive prerogative of those who are wise, while inferior persons, who comprise the majority of people, are not only fools, but also slaves.